just came to a point in time in my life where it's just like I'm just gonna constantly create or just make it come to me like it's nothing. Let the shit come out like fluid.
Let's go behind the lines.
Welcome to Behind the Lines, the show where we dive deep into the minds and the music of the independent artist. I'm your host, Serene.
And I'm Bunny.
And today we are here with the one and only Killamind.
What up, Ski? I didn't know I was the one and only, but hey, I'm out here.
I mean, hey, do you have any other Killaminds?
No, actually, there's some imposters out there, but I've been putting cease and desist on them.
Oh.
But they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's such a unique name. Like, how did you come up with it?
It actually came from a freestyle I did. So when I started rapping when I was like about 13, 14. And when I was in middle school, it was actually an older kid that was in high school. His little brother went to school with me. So shout out to Messiah, Kenny. He came to my school one day, and he was waiting for me after school like it was an after-school fight type deal.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought he wanted some knuckles with me or something like that. So dude was just like, yo, I heard you rap. Rap right now. Like, that's actually how I started rapping. Like, I was forced to rap. So I was freestyling. I hit a line where I was like, I gotta kill a rhyme. Kill him with a killer line. I kill him in a killer time because I gotta kill a mind. Oh. And at the time, I was trying to grow up from my I thought nickname was at the time. You know what I mean? I was going by the B Man, and I thought that was, you know what I mean, a cool ass name. But when I said that freestyle, I was like, you know, I'm all heavy in the Wu-Tang and all that at the time and shit. So I was just like, yeah, that's something right there. And then I took like a couple of days to sit back and find a meaning for it, and then I built it an acronym. And since then, it's been on.
Oh, what's the acronym?
Acronym is spelled Killamind, and it stands for Keeping It Lyrically Living as MC's Intelligence Never Die.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was crazy was I wanted to think of a name that wasn't just a cool ass name. And when I thought of that name to kind of outsmart everybody, it's like, regardless of what you say about me, the MC in me would never die. You know what I'm saying? It represents me. It represents hip hop. It represents the whole foreground.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing, actually. I always say that's what's up. And I know from you always say, what up, Ski?
What up, Ski? Yeah. What up, Ski, y'all? So, you know, if y'all see me, greet me. That's my greeting to acknowledge each other. You see me, I see you. What up, Ski?
Yeah. Where did that come from? Is there like an origin story of it, or did you just say it one day?
All right. So, yeah, there is, though. Crazy for, all right. So, shout out to Petey Crack. So, you know, I'm from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I've been inspired and raised around a lot of Philly artists throughout the whole city. So, there's one particular known artist named Petey Crack from Philly. If y'all familiar with State Property and Beanie Sigel and everything, he's part of that.
Okay.
Petey Crack had this one song that a lot of people probably don't even know called The Loft. And he was like, I'm going back to the loft. And there's a line on there where he was like, he said something, he was like, some little nigga, what else? No, they can't fuck with me. And every time I hear that part, like, yo, that's my shit. Like, what up, little nigga, what else? And one day I was just out and about. You know how sometimes you got songs in your head and you just kind of out saying, like, and I said that part, and somebody was like, yeah, what else? Yo, that's some dope, that's dope shit. And I was like, grabbing the verse. And it caught on again. So eventually I ended up doing a few shows and everything. And I'm like, people just start catching like hot fire. So people start greeting me, what up, Ski? Then one day, my man Jers, who's a drummer, he had a show down this area called Old City down Philly. And he was like, yo, we need somebody to rock this mic real quick. You know what I mean? So he asked me to come in and do the show. Ironically, Petey Crack was the headliner of that show.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So we do the show. Now, me and Petey Crack, like, seen each other a lot. We went to the same studios the whole 9 yards. So I see Crack at the show, and he performs first, kills it, right? And I'm about to go on. And during the intermission, when he went off, he was going to come back on afterwards, right? But in his little intermission, he stepped out just so he can go get a quick smoke. the whole crowd ran with him.
Oh.
So when I was about to get on stage, it's just me, some of the musicians, the bartenders, and maybe like more than 2 people, right?
Oh.
So I'm about to get on. There's nobody in this bitch, right? Crack sees that and he stopped smoking and told the whole crowd, go back in there.
Oh,
so now the crowd
I love
packs
that.
up. Crack sits right up the front. He was like, I do some Crack impressions too. Crack be like, yeah, I mean, yo, let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. And let me rock out. So I do my little 2-3 songs real quick, killed it, and I finally got to talk to him. So I let him know, it's like, look, I mean, I'm not trying to be Joe or anything. I'm not trying to jock, but I've been using this word I really kind of got from one of your songs. I'm not sure if you're saying what up, Ski. However, like, it's kind of kicking where I'm at. Like, everybody, like, fucking with it. And I'm like, yo, if you cool with that, because if I'm doing something that's, like, really a thing and everything, I don't want to disrespect. Craig looked at me, he's like, nah, man, yo, do your shit, man. So once he did that, I was like, oh, all right, it's on. It's been what else can assist? So, I mean, shout out to Craig for giving me the okay. You know what I mean?
I love it. Give it credit where credit's
Yeah, shout out to
due.
PD Craig.
That's such a fun story. And like,
Yeah.
I love that you went and asked him for it too. And he was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, do whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it was the wildest part because, like, I mean, I'm an up and coming artist, and I knew that wasn't something that I initially just did on my own. I knew that was
Yeah.
something that I heard. We both from North Philly. It was on some Philly shit, and I was just like, yo, everywhere I went, I said, what up, Ski? Like, everybody's kind of fucking with me right now with this shit, and I'm kind of running hard with it. And so when he hit me with the okay, it was like, it was on sense. Yeah. But I will put on record that I know it wasn't the only person saying what up, Ski in Philly. I know there was like few other people, but I know like I spiced that joint up. Yeah.
yeah, you're like, I'm claiming it because I've been using it. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
like, I've been rocking it, and once Craig give me the okay, you couldn't tell me nothing after that.
yeah.
So yeah.
So, like, what is like kind of your process like for making music? Because you've been making music for a while now, and
Yeah, for a long time. I'm not a structured artist where just like I go through these moments, right? I don't know what I'm going to write. It happens. I'm a freestyler. It's just give me the platform for me to be creative, and then I just go. I used to have moments and then had the whole writer's block thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think everybody goes through that, but I just came to a point in time in my life where it's just like I'm just going to constantly create or just make it come to me like it's nothing. Let the shit come out like fluid. You know what I mean? So it's just like now it's just when I'm ready, when I'm in my zone, when I hear something, if you put me on the spot, you know what I mean? Like I'm on the spot kind of artist. Throw that mic in my face, I'm gonna do damage. Watch me. Yeah.
So if we asked you to just like do a freestyle right now, would you do it?
It's like, I used to be like, nah, but it's just like, look, what you want? If it's better, if it's worth my time, we can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I freestyle. I do every jams I do. They're normally off the top. So if you guys see me in like the Jam Nations or even the Monday Night Jones I was doing in I ain't gonna say the spot. I don't even rock with no more. But you know what I mean? Yeah, now we gonna be like that because they could give me my respect. But you know, when I was rocking this other spot, everybody was doing covers, originals. I was the only one going off the top every single time, which is on video, so there's proof. But I'm that kind of artist. I had been put to the test, and you know, it's like I'm here to prove that it gets busy out here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, seeing as though you do like a lot of like freestyling, would you say that performing is like something that you enjoy to do more, like even so more than recording and like making music yourself?
I think those two give me two different vibes. 'Cause I love them both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm recording, I'm going outside my box creatively, but especially when I'm with an engineer or studio that I feel comfortable with. Because I do record with different kind of engineers and producers. So it's like when you're with a producer that you vibe with, I love those sessions because sometimes I might come in with one plan and I leave with something totally different.
Yeah.
And sometimes what I left with sounds way better than what I initially came in with. So sometimes I get excited about that because like you have a song in your head the whole time and you got this idea, and then like there's been times I did songs I swear to you, the version that you was going to get was nothing like what you got out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the version I had in my head, like on my album, I had this song called Big Brother. And I had originally had a beat that was kind of like this one Fabulous beat. And it was a sample that I wanted, but Fabulous beat me to it. And I was like, F it, I'm just going to use the same sample, chop it up, and do my version. The day we went to go to record it, it just wasn't clicking. Like we were chopping it just wasn't clicking. I had it tied in my head and everything else. As we're doing that, we were doing something special for the feature artist on the same song. So my producer, he went and just kind of whipped up something real quick for her. But I'm like, we might as well do this for the whole thing because we can't get the sample the way we wanted to chop it. It just wasn't working. It just wasn't hitting the way I wanted it to hit. So when we kind of remixed it to the way we did it for the artist, we just decided to do it for the whole song. And the song ended up coming out way better.
Hey.
Way better than the original plan for the song. So sometimes it's a good thing when recording, but live, I guess to fuck with y'all. Like, I look at the crowd as like victims sometimes. It's just like, yo, if I get a challenge, how are y'all gonna fuck with me? If y'all don't fuck with me, I'm gonna get at least 2 of y'all to fuck with me at the end of this night. Every stage I go to, I don't care if the crowd is like all pop, all rock, all country, all that. You're still gonna get me, and at the end of the day, you're gonna fuck with me. Like, I'm not gonna switch my style to please you. Y'all gonna have to step up to understand me. And if you ain't gonna get it, I'm going to the next one. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave at least 2 of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it seems like really important to like keep your kind of individuality. You're like, I'm gonna do exactly what I'm gonna do, you know?
Yeah, but no, it has to be like that because I had too many people that follow the trend that could have led me to a cliff so many times. You know, I mean, there's been so many eras that everybody felt like followed a fad. And yeah, they were hot at that moment. When that shit fizzled, so did they.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to be part of that category. It was like, yeah, you popping right now. Like, I couldn't tell you how many popping motherfuckers I knew that you don't know no more. Like, when Lil Wayne was popping, and I swear I felt like everybody got signed to Cash Money, Young Money. Like, it wasn't a person who was walking around that was signed to the motherfuckers. And we still don't know who these motherfuckers are. And, like, there was dudes that was in my face like, yo, yeah, this is the wave, this is the wave, this is the wave. And I always just said, just stick to me, but just keep growing me. You know what I mean? Like, don't stick to me and be stubborn, just stay in that lane. Like, nah, still grow.
Yeah.
But I got to stick to my lane. Before I knew it, them niggas is gone. Like, you know, I think being an individual is so important, but you got to believe in yourself and learn to grow with your individuality. And I think there's a difference. Like, people had the individuality and staying at one lane. It's like, no. Be yourself, but also learn to grow with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's where people can't touch you from that.
I am like curious if, you know, I know you mentioned Wu-Tang and then you mentioned Crack and Beanie Siegel and stuff. And I was just wondering if that, if they play a role in like your music, like do they inspire you at all and all that stuff?
Hell yeah. I'm a huge supporter for Philly artists. So I'm a big fan of a lot of unknown Philly artists, local artists and everything. So some of my favorite songs are probably songs, you know, a lot of people ain't heard of. Like, I grew up on Ram Squad, Major Figures, you know, Eve and Siegel, Roots, and Tough Crew, 3 Times Dope, all the legends. And I used to be on Power 99, so I'm a big fan of just the Philadelphia sounds. Now, just hip hop sound, of course, like I said, Wu-Tang. The rappers that actually got me going, that made me start writing, was actually, of course, a Philly group called the Youngsters back in the day. Shaheem the Rugged Child from Wu-Tang. Teflon from MOP. That album was the one that did it for me. That's the one that made me jump up and be like, yo, this is what I want to do. Smooth the Hustler had this one song called, I can't think of the name of the album, but his first album was by Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. But the one album that really sparked it, ironically, was Crisscross, Totally Crossed Out.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Crisscross. Well, the reason behind it is because, like, you know, at the time, I'm a kid listening to their stuff and everything. And I was like my household, it was a lot of different kind of music, and I have a lot of relatives, and my older relatives are big Jehovah's Witnesses. So, hearing the curse and everything, they get real sacrilegious about, you know what I'm saying? They get extra, whatever. However, my mom, she let us do our thing, but my older siblings, they be trying to act like they the parents of the house, whatever. So one day, I was in my sister's room, just playing my toys. I'm playing like my wrestling figures or whatever, and we're blasting crisscross. I'm thinking in my head like, well, there ain't no cursing on this. I could turn this up and go crazy.
Okay.
So my older sister was on my way to the room to bust in the door, just to boss around, just say some whatever shit. But the moment she busts in the door, Crisscross is playing Warm It Up, Chris. And the line comes in, as soon as the door opens, you hear Chris say, "You could get the finger. The middle, warm it up, Chris. I'm about to." Now, in my mind, I heard it so many times, I didn't think nothing of it. But my sister walks in right at that line, and she was like,
right.
"What is that?" And I'm thinking in my head, like,
calm down, lady.
It's crisscross, right? Like, what's she tripping? But then she was like, "Rewind that. What did he say?" And I thought about, like, "You can get the finger." Oh, he said, "Fuck you." Oh, snap. But the thing was, what tripped me out was the wordplay and how you could use something else to mean something else and still get the point.
Right.
I was going back to school that week, fucking with my teachers. Like, just saying the most slickest shit and see if they catch on. You know what I mean? Like, teachers say something to me, I was like, "Yeah, that's why your head hard, but I ain't want to know what to solve." But, you know what I mean?
Detention.
Yo, and I'm like that to this day. But, like, that's what started it. When I realized, like, it was the wordplay, how crisscross, you said, "You could get the finger, the middle." And I'm like, "Oh, shit, I could do that." So that was the initial spark that really kind of like drew me in. And then all these other artists I mentioned, they just add a piece of the pie that just gave me different sparks, you know, like I said, when I mentioned the Teflon, the Smoother Hustlers, Shaheem, the youngsters, Biggie, you know what I mean? When all of them came along, I'm sold. I'm sold. It wasn't more of just a fan. It's like, no, I see a place for me in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm enjoying how to use these words. I could tell my story, but tell it in a way that I can understand it. And when I hear other people that can understand my wordplay, it's just like, oh shit, yeah. Got me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my intro. Let's answer your question.
I love that. The crisscross story is actually really cute.
I appreciate it. Yeah. That's the little truth. That's the little truth on that.
So, talk to us a little bit about your brand, because you have this brand out there, Smashbox Life.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
All right, so yeah, Smashbox Life. It started as a party theme.
I was gonna ask that, but I didn't know if those were two separate things. I was
No. It's a whole brand. So back in Philly, I was affiliated with a lot of party crews and everything like that. During this moment, I got to know like party promoters, club owners, the bouncers, anything in the city. And I took that opportunity to get to know like maybe like 2 or 3 venues. One venue decided to give me my own spot. So everybody was having themes. And not like party themes, but more like a movement theme. So I felt like that was an opportunity for me to, build my own branch. So prior to that, I threw parties in the past, but I noticed I used the word smash a lot to my events. Everybody had birthday bash, something bash. So I decided that I'm going to smash your bash. You know what I mean? Finally, I had this one venue called, can't even think about it. I was down Old City. They gave me my first event. And this time I got to do anything. Like I get my own DJ, I get my own security, I get my own this, I get the bar, I get the cover. So I got my DJ set, and I was actually in Vegas with my ex at the time, trying to think of a theme because I was really heavy on that. Now, during that time while we were in Vegas, we were actually trying, this is when I used to eat red meat, and we were trying to find this spot called Smash Burger.
I love Smash Burger.
Right. And everybody kept telling us about it, and every time we found a Smash Burger, either it was closed or it was always something wrong, right? So this one particular morning, we had Smash Burger so stuck in our head, like we're going to we're going to get it today. We're going to get this burger today. And me and my girl, we're taking a shower, talking, and I'm thinking about my party themes. And I'm just like, yo, I got to think of something. I can't think of something. And I kept saying I want to do something with Smash or this or that. And just very nonchalantly, my girl was just like, wash her hair. She's like, oh, well, Smashbox? And I was just like, that's it. That's it. And ran with that. Then I did a party. We ended up adding a life because I found out that there was a makeup company also called Smashbox.
Yeah.
I was so unaware about it until I did my third party, and I was going all in because we starting to pick up momentum. On my way to get this party ready, I get a notification. I get all these followers from like aspiring makeup artists and all these different people. I had no clue where they're coming from. And I'm sitting there trying to promote this party, and they're asking me, should they bring cosmetics? I'm like, the fuck y'all talking about? You know what I mean? It was all this confusion going on. And finally, somebody in the thread finally mentioned, like, asked me a random question, like, so you have nothing to do with the makeup company? I'm like, fuck you talking about makeup company? Like, how would I know about some makeup company? And I looked into it. I'm like, oh, damn. There's a whole boom, boom. I had no clue. So what I did at the moment was, I think I had an interview, and they were asking me about Smashbox, and I was just like, well, it's a lifestyle. And then when I thought about it, I was like, oh, that's just add that simple life in there and get these makeup people out my way. So it became, that's where it started. And then it grew into podcasting. I was able to, connect it with my music. I got merchandise. And I decided, by the time I moved out to California, from everything I grew back in Philadelphia, it's like, this is more than just a cool click type of deal. Like, I see this as a culture, as a platform, not just for myself, but for other creators to use the platform to grow. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to find a home base for the pocket artists. So many unique artists, especially in the urban culture that's coming out, that's getting new voices, still doesn't have a full function home. We still affiliated to like what the pop culture thinks that we should be affiliated to. So it's like, if I'm a rapper, it's like you got the three categories. You either, pop or popular, whatever it is, gangsta, commercial, or if you're underground, they just automatically assume you're a conscious rapper. So if you're not talking gangsta shit, the first thing they want to compare you to is, oh, well, Kendrick Cole and Mos Def. Like, well, nah, I mean, I'm a little all the above. Like, I could bang Rick Ross and this, that, and the third. I could bang, Uzi Vert, then go to a Gucci Man, and down to a Kodak Black, and then go hit Snoop, and go. Like, I got all those pockets, and I got my own different stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we should have especially in hip hop culture, the opportunity to have more lanes than they think that we got. We got more stories than anything. We got more colors than the rainbow, but we got to stop limiting ourselves in this industry that only rappers can only talk about these three things. If you pass 25, you done. Or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's just like, dog, by 25, you just started life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got more shit. There's so many artists I want to hear from now that's got a different experience that we need to hear from and that we ain't hearing from. Yeah. So Smashbox Life is like, it's that platform where it's from musicians, artists, just creative alikes that can expand.
Would you say that you have like a specific kind of topic that you tend to go to more than another one? Because you were saying like, there's different lanes and everything, but I feel like a lot of times people will gravitate towards a specific thing that they do a little bit more than
I think that's what makes my music challenging, because I'm different. I like to call mood music. My mood changes consistently. My experiences changes all the time. My point of view might change a little bit. So, and I there's growth in my music. Like, the stuff I was talking about on my old mixtapes, or even on Audio Vision that was out in 2018, that was at that moment. Yeah. So whatever I record tomorrow, that's for that moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of artist. I like to challenge myself. I like to get creative. I'm a storyteller. I'm a word player. Like, I like playing with words. I like schemes, you know what I mean? So if I hear a song and like, for instance, right now I'm working on a few different EPs, and for answering your question, they're doing it. They're all giving you different bodies of directions of the stereotype. So I got one that I'm working on. It's called The Adventures of Smash Jackson. That's talking about all my unapologetic relationships. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you hear the typical relationships, the makeup, breakups, whatever, but that's talking about the stuff that people, you know what I mean, don't like to hold their L's to. I mean, the time you did get played, but during that moment. Or what about when, okay, like you sliding off with your, little side thing, and we always look at the negative side, but let's talk about that moment when it was popping, and at that moment, let's talk about that little quick moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though y'all both was doing wrong, but that little moment, we know why we was doing that moment. So let's talk about that little quick moment that we supposed to be ashamed about. You feel what I'm saying? I have another project where I'm more bringing you into my thoughts, my life, my ups and downs, and the personal shit. And then I got my rapping shit. It's like, for those who I just want to talk my shit, I'm still an MC at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Those rappers who won it, I still got the smoke. So I can give them that. You know what I mean? Like, I came from that background. So it's like I came through the ciphers, the battles, the this, the that, da. So it's like I'm one of those, like, you can call old school, you want, whatever. I'm one of those, like, look, I'm always ready.
Yeah.
My rhymes is always on go. Yeah.
If there was like something that you could say to your younger self, what would you say?
Ooh. Believe in yourself. Ignore them. Like, I think there was many moments where I probably could have done more if I'd have just believed in myself and not listened to them. And it might sound wild, but I like to tell the young stuff, like, actually, you was on the right path. You was right. Ignore them.
Yeah.
Keep going. Ignore them. Like, whatever you was thinking, just keep going. See what happens.
Yeah.
Take out, some bumps I wish I'd have took early.
Well, you're going to be performing for us today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Why are you acting surprised?
Like I said, I'm always on go. I'm always ready to perform, so it's whatever.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your song Icelandic?
The way it came about, another freestyle. I had a few artists at my apartment one day, and we're just going through beats. And shout out to Cal Live, because he was one of the artists that was at my place, and my girl Yellow Vanilla. So we're jamming, and the beat to Icelandic comes on. Ironically, Yellow Vanilla, just being in home world, was holding a bottle of the water Icelandic.
Oh, okay.
So right when the beat, like the way y'all hear it, the hook when it comes on, is exactly how we came up with the hook at the very moment. So she, like, the beat drops, and she's just looking at the bottle. She's like, Icelandic? Do you want to ride? Why don't you come inside? It starts guggling water. And I'm like, hold up. So my brain runs like 1,000 miles an hour. So, like, there's already a picture in my head of where I'm going to this. I'm like, Icelandic, cold, ice, water. Boom. Like, my head's going everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. Then I start thinking about, which is very random, was the Wayans Brothers show. There's an episode of the Wayans Brothers where Marlon Wayans was talking about a shorty that he was like, she was just so bad that, she looked so good that he was about to do the most outrageous for her. And as he's talking about it to one of his homies, he was like, yeah, man. Marlon, he's just being goofy and shit. He's like, yeah, when she touched me, she can make me feel like I just bit in a York peppermint batty, and I'm just skiing down the mountains, but it's making like, wee.
So
and
ridiculous.
That scene, when I'm hearing her saying Icelandic, that scene just pops in my head, right?
That's funny.
And my brain is working fast because the part where the hook comes in is about to come up. And I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, your peppermint patty, that's too many syllables. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's too many syllables. And I was like, what's code? Like, your peppermint patty, that could do the same thing. Contact bar.
Yeah.
So I was like, it can give you the same satisfaction. So as soon as the hook hit, the way y'all hear it on the song is literally what came out of my mouth right at that moment. It's like, when I bite into that contact bar, I feel like, wee. That Marlon Wayans, wee. skiing away, feel like we skiing away. And I'm literally thinking about the Wayans brothers as I'm thinking of the hook.
That's a really cool story, and that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's
really
really fun too.
Right.
It's like it's such a fun thing to sing. Like we.
Yeah, that's what me. Like, I was just trying to think of some that could relate to all that. And then when it came to record the song, all I had was the hook.
Oh.
All I had was the hook for months, and just let it sit there. I'm like, that's all I got. Then I had to deal with the situation. If you guys listen to the song, this is based on true stories. I had to go through that situation. Be like, hey, yo, what the fuck just happened? And I'm going through the song again, and now I got a little spark because now I'm talking about a specific person, a specific situation. And I was like, well, yeah, I can say she made me feel like Icelandic. It was kind of feel iced out, but she ain't gonna play me on this one. Like, da-da. So I just threw in my scheme, threw in the storyline, and it fit perfectly to the hook. And that's how we got that.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, it's Killamind. Like, I don't make shit simple. So this is like, my shit come through the thousands.
Well, I'm excited. Like now we've gotten to hear the story behind it, and we're gonna hop on over there and we're gonna listen to you do it live.
I can't wait to get over there. Yeah.
Motivation. What's my motivation?
What up, Ski? Do you wanna ride? Come on. Now when I bite to that Klondike bar, I feel like we skiing away, feel like we skiing away towards you. Oh, oh, oh. Now when I bite into that Klondike bar, I feel like we skiing away, feel like we skiing away towards you. Oh, 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 oh. It's like a perfect match I ain't never expect. His zodiac sign was the perfect connect, like a witchcraft. He hit me with the spell of the hell. He disappeared like Houdini. Oh well, I couldn't sweat it like kid, but a text would be sweet. Wasn't trying to be a man, but then we can be beat. And I'm thinking everything from your neck to your feet. On this, I couldn't see you's a realistic dream. Like if I bite into the star. Imagine how I taste the sparkle in the face, the things that I can do, the ways that I can say. You can put me in my place, but baby, you had me Icelandic. Now, now, when I bite into that Klondike bar, feel like we skiing away, feel like we skiing away towards you, oh, oh, oh. Now when I bite into that Klondike bar, feel like we skiing away, feel like we skiing away towards you, oh, 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 oh. Your Scorpio waves got my Pisces attention. You kind of micro with nothing on. Shit, what I'm missing? Cause you're rolling, and we roll with this 18. Tell your girlfriends he sweat me, bitch, please. Even though it would most death beat cheek, strap you up and let you know who runs this. But you ran game and it's a shame, cause I was about to do some damn things to you. Like strap your arms to the back, put you through arrest development, let you know that Smash Jackson's dead present. But you wanna act Hollywood, wanna act brand new. Now I can't fuck with you, but you had me Icelandic. Now do you wanna ride? Why don't you come inside? Icelandic. What up, Ski?
Thank you for performing that for us.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
Yeah, just broke out a little sweat. You know what I mean?
I love getting to see you perform. That was amazing.
Yes, appreciate. You know what I mean? Y'all can see more of me though. But I'll be out here.
All right. Well, let us know where we can find you. Like, plug yourself. Like,
I'm on everywhere, y'all. Follow me everywhere out this joint. You know what I mean? Nah, cause listen, I'm the easiest motherfucker to find. So if y'all say y'all can't find me, then use a damn lie. You ain't try hard enough. Cause I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm probably on MySpace, I'm on YouTube, I'm probably still on Black Planet somewhere. Like I'm on everything. So it's Killamind, Killamind. I got my merch coming out. I got a website, Killamind.com. You want me on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, Google? Stop playing with me. I'm out here. Linktree me, whatever it is, Killamind. And if you say you can't find me, use a damn lie. How you living? Smashbox life. Nah, I should be the easiest person to find. Come find me, Google me or something like that. You won't find me. I will follow back. Y'all stop playing with me.
And there y'all have it.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to our show today, Killamind. Thank you. We appreciate you like sharing all your stories with us and everything.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, thank you to everyone who's listening. If you enjoyed this episode, definitely let us know. Hit us up in our DMs. They're always open. Like this, share with your friends and family. And of course, as Killamind said, check him out because you're going to be able to find him.
Okay.
What up, Ski?
Until next time, thanks for taking a peek into our universe. Keep on seeking out the stories behind the music.
Because the magic doesn't only happen on the stage, but behind the lines.
Thank you, guys.
When I bite into that Klondike bar, feel like we skiing away, feel like we skiing away towards you. Oh, oh, oh. Now when I bite into that